Hey everyone, this is Nikki, and today I'm going to be doing your tarot forecast reading for the week of October 1st. Happy October, everybody. Okay, cool. So we are going to get started by looking at the energy of this week, the week of October 1st. What is the energy of this week? What should we expect out of this week as a community, as a collective here? The energy of our week together. Three of Swords. Okay, so, you might just kind of expect the energy to be a little bit more bluesy than normal. You might be a little bit more prone to falling into disappointment or heartache or, old memories of loss and things that hurt you, things that hurt your heart, and things that didn't go well for you. So, we might just be a little bit more prone to not just getting into disappointing situations or heartbreaking situations this week, but kind of like stewing in that vibe and really kind of reaching back into some old stuff that kind of causes us to have the blues, to feel kind of down this week, to feel old heartache or present heartache and disappointment. So watch out for that this week. So how can we best work with that Three of Swords energy, that bluesy feeling, that kind of down feeling of disappointment and heartache that this week is holding for us? How can we best work with that as a group? Okay, Four of Wands. So this is awesome. So it reminds you to stay in the present moment, this card. I often see this come up to remind you that there are so many amazing and wonderful things that you have going on in your life right now. And so if you're going to be a little bit more open to digging into the past, digging into old heartbreak, old disappointment and letdowns, this card just reminds you that you have the power and ability to pull yourself out of that, and that you can sort of consciously look around you and recognize, acknowledge, and embrace all of the wonderful relationships that you have, all of the wonderful accomplishments that you've made, and set an intention to really purposefully celebrate all of that stuff that you have going on in your life. Otherwise, you might be at risk of sort of falling into that bluesy state and letting that energy sort of take over, where nothing seems to be going right, or things just aren't feeling so great, or you're not feeling so great or so happy. So if you feel like you're feeling a little bit down this week, go out of your way to celebrate some of the great things you have going on. Think about getting together with a friend or a lover, or just a loved one, and having some fun this week, just taking time to celebrate the things that are going well for you. Okay, great. So where should our focus be this week as a group? Where should our focus be? So this is really, what we can consciously control. Where should our intention be this week? As a group, focus. Page of Wands. Okay, so this again is about going after the things that we feel excited about. Going out of our way to create adventure for ourselves. Just sort of letting the things come into our lives that we're enthusiastic about, that really just get us going, that make us feel like a child again, and that make us really want to take this sort of like leap into adventure. This is really a free-spirited energy. So our focus should really be on these kind of creating these little adventures for ourselves, creating fun for ourselves, and making sure that we don't get kind of pulled down too far into that Three of Swords energy. Because what's interesting too about the Three of Swords is that it's one of those cards that really ties together the heart and the mind, because the swords are the suit of the mind, but clearly it's all about heartbreak. And so it kind of reminds you that a lot of the sadness, the disappointment, the bluesy feelings that you experience when you have a loss, a disappointment, or something like that, is really coming from your head and your thoughts. And so there's really a call, I think, to just shift some of your thinking this week and really focus focus on some of the things that are making you happy, are going well, and are super fulfilling for you, instead of some of the things that haven't gone as well in your life or in your week. Okay, cool. So where should our focus not be this week? And so this is really something that might come in, to distract us and make us think that it needs our attention, and really it's just pulling us away from our true path this week. So where should our focus not be this week as a group? Four of Swords. Okay, this makes a lot of sense because, on the one hand, the Four of Swords can be a really great card, calling us to kind of spend some time going within, perhaps in meditation, really quieting our mind and all of that. But because we're kind of stewing in that Three of Swords energy this week, if we spend too much time alone, too much time in our own head, too much time sort of hiding away from others, we might be a little bit at risk of going down the rabbit hole of sadness. So this is really a call not to focus on spending too much time alone to sort of like deal with that stuff, and instead, do as the Page of Wands would do, which is to get out, do something fun, go see people, have a Four of Wands moment, celebrate something, go to a party, go out to dinner. Really try to be a little bit more social this week, even if it goes against your sort of natural inclination. Just try not to spend too much time in your head stewing by yourself. Okay, great. So what is the lesson of our week? This is the last thing I like to ask, and it's really just, what is this week all about for us? What is the real lesson behind this week? What is the takeaway for all of us? Perfect. Three of Cups. So this is really the power of community, the power of celebration, and the power of friendship and just having fun and enjoying life. So the lesson this week is really about, getting out into your community, realizing that you have people in your life and wonderful things in your life that can bring you happiness and joy, even when you're feeling like not so good, or you're feeling, sad, or you're sort of dwelling on something from the past. The lesson this week is that you're not alone. You always have people in your life, and you always have, opportunities available to experience joy and to have fun. And so seek out those opportunities this week. Call up some friends. Make sure that you make time to have some fun for yourself, and, just fill your heart with joy and do things that make you happy. So I hope you guys have a beautiful week and enjoy this first week of October, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.